Hi, thanks for joining me today for Mooning the Ancestors. And I don't know about you, but I am really feeling the change of the astrological energies. I'm recording this on Monday, and it started yesterday evening on the full moon, and it's continuing this morning. And anyway, it's kind of right along what the energies here have been talking about, and I don't know, but I'm really feeling it. So a tuning will do me good, and I know it will do you good too. So I'll read over some of these information I've gathered about the astrological energies of the sun, moon, and stars, and what's going on this week. And then we'll do a tuning to help us integrate with those energies so we can work with them, not against them, and take the advantage the universe wants us to have to work with these energies in restoring our divine blueprint and fully expressing our own heart and spirit's desires. So, I the theme in when I was gathering this information, the theme seemed to be time for a change to follow your heart. So this was called a blue moon yesterday, and of course, the way I understand the blue moon is that, well, it's the second moon in May. The second moon in a month is called a blue moon, and it's supposed to be very rare and special. However, I know that it only occurs because of how the Gregorian calendar is set and how the Gregorian calendar uses 12 months, when in reality, the moon cycle has 7 years out of every 19-year moon cycle that has 13 months instead of 12. So 7 out of those 19 years have 13 months in them. And this was one of them. And so many other cultures in the past used to keep the moon cycle. Some still do, not very many, I think, but some still do. I myself and my husband kept the lunar solar calendar, which we marked the start of each month or start of each month with every full moon. And the day of the full moon was decided upon by the first day after the moon appeared full in the sky overnight, with visual, just your eye, that the sun was still in the sky, or the moon was still in the sky when the sun came up. And according to what we could find most prominent in the Bible, that's what marked the new moon days of all their feast calendar and stuff. And that's how we interpreted it. And so that's what we decided the first of each month. And like I said, there was 7 years out of every 19-year moon cycle that has 13 months instead of 12. And so anyway, with the energies of the zodiac of the moon this month, which is Gemini, I believe, or the sun's in Gemini, and the moon is in Sagittarius. And so we can use this moon as a second chance. Just like the second moon in May, we can look at it as a second chance to release what we didn't fully or weren't fully able to release the first of the month 4 weeks ago. So, or really 29.5 days ago from when the moon was full. And so Sagittarius energy says doesn't like cages. It wants truth, movement, honesty, and a wider view of the road ahead. And so anyway, I will read from moonreading.com. Tonight, a rare full blue moon in Sagittarius rises in the night sky. And of course, they were talking about Sunday. One of the most powerful lunations of the entire year. And it is calling out something specific in your life. That there is a truth you've been holding at arm's length. You know you are ready for this big change, but you are afraid to take the leap. This could be related to a new path, a new opportunity, a new love, or the breaking of a cycle you know needs to end. Sagittarius is the truth teller of the zodiac, and the archer's arrow has a way of pointing precisely at the things we want most to ignore. So now is the time to face it. There are other thoughts about moon energy. It's about our passions and desires. So the full moon behaves like a giant cosmic spotlight. This full moon does. And it brings a sudden, undeniable wave of clarity, exposing where you have been playing too small, settling, or keeping outdated philosophies. This is a soul-level truth that cannot be fully justified to the reasoning intellect. Receive this truth with courage and step forward in freedom. Trust the truth that has surfaced and take the leap. And just for what I've been dealing with, I definitely feel things have come up that I feel I really need to look at and decide if change is needed. And I haven't fully gained a full clarity on what needs to change, what change needs to happen, or when. And so I'm not going to talk about specifics because I just haven't fully come to that conclusion or that clarity yet on it. Anyway, so we'll talk about sun energies now, because the sun and moon and the stars together are, they each have like their own personalities, their own type of energies, and they interact together, and then it interacts with our energy, and probably then additionally with the overall energy of the earth, and depending on each of our own lunar and solar cycles that we were born into in our natal chart, or perhaps rather on when we were conceived, if we would have known that. And so that timing. And so anyway, they all play a part in how we feel the dynamics of the energy each day, and how we react, encouraging us to react in different ways, or bringing up stuff that needs to clear and needs to be gone, which is this moon. And so the sun is in Gemini and the moon is in Sagittarius, and this creates like a tug-of-war style of energy. The Gemini sun wants logic, facts, and data, and lots of detail. And the Sagittarius moon demands a big vision, intuition, and truth. So you might feel your mind pulling between or over analyzing the small stuff and wanting to escape into the big picture. So as Mercury enters Cancer today on June 1st, our thinking and communication style may shift from logic to deep intuition. We could find ourselves speaking more from the heart and processing the past. So we should watch out to not be like overly react with hypersensitivity or taking things too personally. And I'm kind of having the hypersensitivity thing. So far I haven't been taking things too personally, but anyway. And so, and then as far as the stars go, because that was about Mercury, and then the other stars that play a big part this lunation is Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. Provide a flowing background of energy that invites us to examine our inner structures, our dreams, and our personal transformations beneath all the noise or all that tug of war that we're feeling. So we'll tune ourselves today for making this change, seeing if there is any change we need to make. And maybe for many people it's just a little shift, or maybe it's just having those come up is enough so you're aware of them and take it into consideration as you go about your days this week, and perhaps not a specific big change. I don't expect a specific big change for me either, but I think there's shifts that I'll be making. I don't know what they are. In fact, I kind of started my shift last week, and I'm now recording these in advance and then posting them instead of doing them, most of my podcasts live. There will still be a few during the year that will go live, but most will be pre-recorded, at least at this time, unless I feel good about going another time going forward. And so anyway, here we go. I'm just counting my phone ringing in the background. It's just an alarm going off, and so it's part of the energy we need today. I'm not going to get up and change it. We'll add that to the vibrations of the tuning forks. And so I will start. And we're starting with, this is the 528 and 417. Together they make the 111, which I always feel digs deep into layers and layers. I see it often as digging deeper into the body, into specific spots where energies are blocked and releasing that. And it's working on my heart energies to hopefully bring me clarity on following my heart, my passion, my soul desires. And what needs to be done. Helping us now work with a tug of war we might be feeling this week with the mind and logic versus the intuition and passion. Feel energy clearing. The valve for the solar plexus. Use weighted forks to together, and these forks make the Schumann resonance. Oh, I feel things shifting here. If you feel shifting in your body, do what your body needs, whether wiggling or rolling your shoulders or standing up and walking around, whatever you need to help that energy clear. Still feeling lots of shifts going on. definitely feel the music from the phone. It's definitely helping to clear also. I feel it. Now with the 432 to help us, help bring us into harmony with these changes, with the insights we'll be gaining, with the shifts that we might be being called to make, or finding out in our heart what's right for us, other than just what our mind had planned. now one more time here with the 528. DNA repair, and with this we'll do ancestral clearing as well. Do some figure eights here. If you would hold an intention, perhaps this intention of knowing what in you needs to clear, and if there are shifts to make from it, or whatever other intention you want to hold, and I will amplify our intentions and zip up our energy from toe to crown to protect us from negative energies and mindsets, and connect our ascending flow to the joy of the angels and ancestors in the oneness. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a good week. Bye-bye.